Oh yeah, guild battle time here today, my friends. Absolutely one of my favorite things. We have Avatar of Destiny, Machine God of the Eternal Void on tap for us here today, and we're going to break it all down for you in today's episode. Thank you for tuning in. As always, let's get to it here. First out of the gate with Avatar of Destiny, and if you got a question, if you got a comment along the way, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you. A couple things on this one here. As always, we do have these key pieces here. The biggest one, really just paying attention to that Destiny Doom, where it can absolutely wipe you and knock you out. Then we got all this debuffs and all these other things going on here, inflicting more damage and passive, and we'll show you how we're going to go on the run. Couple things. We got our team ideas. We got two teams here. We got the Blackberry team, and then we also got the Putting All the Mode team. So a little bit different between those two. And those styles today will be covering the Putting All the Mode team. So let's go ahead and get into it here. If you would like to use that team, you can select it. It's going to get dumped into right here along with the treasures. Whatever in that first gear slot is going to be what you're going to use. So we'll hop in that in a second. Again, we're on that old Pilgrim Scroll, Dream Conductor's Whistle, and Librarian's Enchant Robes. When it comes to the team here, really what you're doing is buffing and healing, and then dealing all your multi-hit damage with these two right there, okay? And in terms of our gear, we're on a need for speed. So shifting off to attack into a speed is actually, for me, is going to, and you will deal more damage, my friends. So here we go on the cooldown. Here we are on more speed and attack speed. Here we're on cooldown survivability and then cooldown survivability, my friends, okay? So attackers need for speed, everything else on that cooldown. Let's go ahead and do our run. Couple things though, we'll slow it down here. And we'll get off auto. I like staying at that 1.5. What you're going to want to do is hit all three of these, then hit creme brulee, wait on Putting All the Mode, my friends. You can do it right here, and then get that in. If you can click, or however you want to do it, even better. Getting that damage in, wait on it, now drop, now move back in. I like to go on auto for a second. There's that shield. We see that survivability with Putting All Mode. We'll get a second hit in. All right, we're going to keep heals up, shift off. Now we gotta wait. We want to get our buffs on and then drop here. There we go. Wait for it. There you go. You can actually do that one a little bit sooner if you'd like to. So that was a little bit of a miss on my part there. A little less damage in with creme brulee. So if we'd hit that a little bit higher, there we go, 1.8 billion though, so not bad, not bad. All right, so that's something we can continue to move forward. You can keep running it, or if you want to, you can go in and you can speed right through that. You can see your estimated damage and move right on, right through. All right, so there we go with that one there. Or you can try to get a little bit better score. If you do play through, you will get a better, well, execute it right, you will get higher scores, and stay to the top of that damage. All right, so now we got Machine God of the Eternal Void. We got full guides on each of these two, by the way. We're already at level 200. That's right. So we got the red-faced one here today that we're running into already. On this one in particular, again, you can see at level 200, we got the core power components. Water is the big thing in terms of dealing damage against this. In terms of your team ideas, we have two teams here. We got the Crimson Coral, and then we also got the Seafaring team here. Seafaring is going to be a bigger boost, at least for me as well, because if you got the Jewel in there, you're going to be able to deal a lot more damage and boost that water type crit and water type cookies damage altogether. So that one's really, really nice. We've done some swaps on jellyfish here, or frilled jellyfish, however, found that it worked out the best for us even as well. You can still get these cookies right now, so make sure that you're taking advantage of it while you can on the gotcha. All right, so there's our team. Now, a couple things on the gear. Here on the gear, making sure that you're really pumping in that water damage. Getting that water damage in there is going to lift your score and make a huge difference for your team. Here we're on cooldown. Here we got lots of that attack. Again, attack. This one we could add some water damage too. Here we got more water damage as well, okay? Let's go for it. So you can see Machine God of the Eternal Void, my friends. Now this one we can speed up and go right at it. Here's that water damage. Increased, vulnerable to water. There we go, there we go. Good heals, good damage. 5, 3, 2, 1. And there we go. Machine God of the Eternal Void. 5 billion damage, my friends. Right there for us. Look at that. Super solid, super awesome, and some great results. All right, that is the 2 guild battle bosses here for us today with Avatar of Destiny and Machine God of the Eternal Void, my friends. If you still got questions or comments, let me know. We'd love to hear from you as always. And with that, get out there, contribute to your guild, and thank you for tuning in here today. I appreciate your support. And until next time, my friends, keep on running.